はい、水垣司です。
どうも。
彼女はアイラ。
よろしく、アイラちゃん。さあ、上がって上がって。
Plastic Memories is officially back! I was really disappointed at the second episode of this anime. It just didn't feel the same way that the first one did. And then the third one really turned it around for me, got quite emotional. Some people didn't like it because it had quite a bit of comedy. I liked the comedy anyway, so that was good by me. And then this episode was just perfect. There was some good comedy in there, and it didn't distract too much from the emotion in this one. There was just a little bit of comedy every now and then. And the kind that they're really good at with making Ira look cute and the other girls around look funny and cute. And Tsukasa looked like an idiot. It's become a running gag now that Tsukasa is just terrible at cooking. And he had a lot of chances to show that off in this episode. It was great. I cracked up so many times. Because I didn't even think about the last episode when he'd ruined the flambeing before. And then he mentioned, I was like, oh crap, they're continuing this from last time. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to throw this spoiler flag up and just let you know this series is going to be amazing. It's right back to where it should be. All the hype is back from the first episode, so let's get into this. So much happened in this episode, it was actually quite incredible. I mean, first thing I'm going to throw out there is we found out what happens to gift ears after their lifespan runs out. If you do not collect them in time, something breaks in their mental processing unit, whatever the hell it is, and it makes it so that they have all of their motor functions, they can move around and react to stimulus, but they have no personality whatsoever. None of that artificial soul thing that gift ears are so special for having. And so they sometimes attack humans or just react to anything around them. So that's what could happen to Ayla if Tsukasa tries to run away with her, basically. And that would be pretty horrible, completely losing 100% of yourself. She wouldn't really be Ayla anymore, she'd just be an android who happened to look like Ayla. So that's no longer an option. So we found out more about Michiru too. We found out Michiru was raised by a gift ear as well. And it's really cute because Michiru actually calls the android, the gift ear who raised her, Dad to this day. It's like so adorable that she does that. So she does not at all think of him as a gift ear. She properly just thinks of him as her father, because he was the adoptive father. And the retrieval target this week was another one who was being raised by a gift ear for 3 years. And she was amazing. Marsha, my god, top character. So much fun, so adorable and loving. Pretty much the perfect big sister / mother character. Loved it. Loved every scene she was in. And she was just so sweet with Sota, and it was such a good sad retrieval. Sota's backstory was a little bit sad, very childish, but he can't really help that. He was 5 when his parents disappeared, and only age 8 at this point, so he was still a child. Basic thing was, he didn't remember his parents well anymore, so he believed that everything Marsha was telling him was a lie, because it turned out that even though she'd been saying she was going to stay with him forever, she obviously had her lifespan that was about to end, so she couldn't stay with him. And so he just decided that everything she had said was a lie. Now, instead of retrieving them, Tsukasa decided he wanted to make Sota remember his memories and have a good farewell with Marsha. And it's interesting, because Ayla really didn't like the idea of that. She wasn't sure that that was a good thing for Sota. Which brings me back to my theory from the last episode, that Ayla has lost her memories of working with Kazuki. I think the reason that she wasn't sure if Sota should have his memories back is because she has a diary full of memories that she can't actually remember. So even though she can read about them having happened and see that she was happy, it doesn't make the current version of her happy. That was my theory. This scene kind of backed that up a little bit. And the other scene which we saw in this one was a nice, really sad one, of Kazuki actually saying to Ayla they couldn't work together, that she would never forget the memories that they had of working together, but they just couldn't do it anymore. And that would also work with my theory if it was just that Ayla couldn't do it. Ayla was a different person, and then Kazuki could not work with her as she was. Maybe Ayla just couldn't go on trying to pretend to still be the Ayla that Kazuki knew. And they had to stop working together. It was doing her head in, really. So, moving on. We had another little plot point, which is actually kind of creepy and taking this in a really twisted direction. There are a bunch of people that are pretending to be from the retrieval service and just stealing gift ears. They haven't said what they're doing with the gift ears yet. They've just said, hey, they come in pretending to be us. They take away the gift ears. So be on the lookout for them. Worst thing of all is Marsha was targeted right at the end of this episode. Somebody was going in to steal Marsha. And that's just so sad. I don't want Marsha to be kidnapped. She was just so adorable. And she only had one day left until her memory was going to disappear anyway. Oh, it's so sad, man. It's so sad. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen next episode. I'm sure Tsukasa and Ayla are going to get into a lot of trouble for managing to lose their target. Especially when the target was so ready to come along with them. And it's going to be Ayla's chance to say to Tsukasa, hey, idiot, if we'd taken him on the first day when he tried to sign the form, none of this would have happened. Good job. And hopefully at that point Ayla will then reveal her backstory about why her and Michiru stopped working together. So this episode was just amazing in my opinion. I really, really enjoyed it. The emotional scenes were really good and strong. So glad they're back to actually retrieving things again. The comedy scenes were actually pretty good. Continuing Tsukasa's failure cooking from the last episode was amazing. And they've also continued the whole Michiru being tsundere as possible towards Tsukasa. And it's just quite funny at this point. So, yeah, great episode. And they've set it up for an amazing continuation with this whole guy that's kidnapping gift ears. So it should be very interesting, very emotional when they continue down this route. Because, I mean, I felt for Marsha. I was like, no, don't take Marsha. And this guy's apparently going to be around continuously, I guess, trying to kidnap gift ears. And so it's going to be really sad and really deep. And interesting, and we like that, yeah. So, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10, a nice strong return from this series. I'm looking forward to great stuff coming from the next couple of episodes. And of course, the final episode, every week, it looks even worse. It's got to get even worse just knowing what's coming and starting to love Ayla and feeling bad for her and being like, oh my god, no, this is going to hurt us. Why are we watching this anime? Why are we doing this to ourselves? We know how this is going to end. But that's the brilliance of it. So thanks for listening, guys. Leave a comment to let me know what you think. Especially if you have any theories about Ayla's memories. If you think that I'm right in my theory, or if you think I'm wrong and have your own one, do definitely leave it in the comments. I'd love to read it. And like if you can, that would help me let me know I've been doing a good job. Subscribe if you haven't to see more anime reviews. And I will see you guys next time.